Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, today is May 16. We started the floor at 10, and we were done in just a little more than 30 minutes. All we had was points of personal privilege plus one easy vote. It was kind of interesting, though, because all of the Republicans stood up for the reading of a proclamation honoring charter schools, because this week is Charter School Week. Ironically, also, tomorrow, May 17, is the 65th anniversary of Brown versus the Board of Education. So why do I mention these two things in the same video? Well, if you have read the book Democracy in Chains, which I suggested as required reading just a few weeks ago, you'll see that much of the charter school movement and the private school voucher movement started after Brown versus the Board of Education. Brown versus the Board of Education is the one that famously struck down separate but equal and said that schools in the United States were segregated and they needed to be desegregated. Well, there's a whole lot of people in the South that did not want desegregation. I grew up in the 60s and I remember the protests and all the fighting about desegregation. So we have Charter School Week being the same week as the passage of Brown versus Board of Education. Charter schools have led to more segregation in our school system because parents can choose to pull their kids out of regular public school and put them into charter schools. They can choose to use vouchers and go to private schools. And so this has started a new kind of white flight in many cities. You can see this in Tucson, where many of the schools that were in predominantly white neighborhoods, these district schools, are struggling because kids have left. And so I don't think it's any surprise that Charter School Week is the same week as passage of Brown versus Board of Education. It's a sad note.